It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. Robinson, a 1st down and more. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Another run here for Robinson. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And here's Bijan. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. his development has been fun to watch. And now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league. And if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
On first down, it's Hurts. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up second down.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate, and an opportunity for a big shot, you end up falling short.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Third and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun here. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively, stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
3rd and long for Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. That one taken in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They're going to go play action with Penix. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. Yeah! Here's 2nd and 2. Pitts is the man in motion. On a throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
So they've made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
3rd and 2, and Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Now Hurts. That one intercepted. Picked off by D. Alford. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the toss, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. That is caught. What a throw. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
On 2nd down, Barkley. Whoa! They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Hurts to the air on first down.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, Hurts. There he goes again.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. They'll try to run here with Barkley.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Falcons offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this to about the 28. Sidney Brown there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. The ball comes out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. A run with Barkley. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Hurts. Catch made there, that's Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Here's Barkley. A short game, down to the 7. Now, here's 2nd and goal. Hurts. And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Agnew on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Robinson. Can't fault the effort. He got him for a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Hurts. The throw on the run is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Second down and 3. Man in motion is Smith. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Hurts will work here from the pistol. He's got his man. It's Smith. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
1st and 10. Hurts to throw. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. A pistol snap, back to Hurts. He'll go left side here and complete this one. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. To the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. This one caught by DJ Chark. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Left side in the hands of London.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. On first down, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. 17 yards on that play. Good for an Eagles first down.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3 and out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. J.D. Bertrand able to bring him down. Second and 7. Once again, it's Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll run the toss to Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. He is in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Pass brought in by Chark.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Interesting play call there, Mike. I actually like it. 2nd and inches, I don't blame him. Go for a shot. See if you can get something downfield through the air, and if not, it's still 3rd and inches. But what you don't account for is taking a sack. You can't lose that much yardage, and this now changes everything here on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. Rookie from Washington on target with that one. It is a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. They'll go again with Robinson. Yeah! And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
1st and 10 now from the 36. Another run here for Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes. Tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll get this out to the left flat. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. To throw is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 2 scores. So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes, on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's Barkley. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Divine Diablo there to make the play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2. Now Hurts. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
And live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. To throw is Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down, and here comes 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball, and that's about as good as it gets.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Pitts is the man in motion. To throw again, it's Penix. He's got his man, it's Mooney. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Open man's got it. That's Chark. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Penix gonna throw again. That'll be batted down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
3rd and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Penix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Throwing again, it's Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Again, it's Penix. Now a loose football. The Eagles have it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. So 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a give to Barkley, running right. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Barkley. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.